everybody, this is Kirby Marie here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and welcome back to some more Vampyr. Last episode where we left off, we pretty much were investigating the source of the infections. We fought with the second source of the infection, and then that led us both to this woman named Doris Fletcher, who we went to the theater to find her. And when we see her, she has this giant mutated Mrs. Crab hand, because it's on one side. I guess it's been because she's been very long infected first to cause the infection in general, and so we had to have a boss fight with her, which I only died twice. Died twice? No, I only died once, and then we defeated her. After that, we kept on. Then after that, we came back immediately to the mansion of I forgot the name already, the McCullum Club, and we saw Elizabeth there. We had a chat over there, and then we talked to Lord Redgrave, and now he has sent us a mission to turn the motherfucking Donald Trump Aloysius Dawson into one of us, a vampire. What? And because I am the most powerful one in this case. Yeah, but then Ashbury also tells me to not turn him into one of them, because obviously we all know what he wants to do. He wants to literally build a wall to separate the rich from the poor, and that's really not fair at all. So I don't know how that in that case. It's consequence, it might bite my ass. Yeah, pretty much it. And yeah, also I made a terrible mistake. I didn't realize anything. Remember last episode when I was doing the outro and I didn't see up there that there was someone in danger? Yeah, this is Louise Teasdale. She's dead. I got her killed by accident. Oops. Oh well. They got a small key. By the way, I'm in this section where I gave an upgrade to everything. So right now we're at the Reed's mansion, his house. I'm curious, so should I reveal him to his mom? Let me see something. Is his mom one of the part of the characters? Yes, she is. Yeah, then let's go talk to them, I guess. Why not? It's gonna be weird, honestly, but let's talk to him.
Mother, good evening.
Oh my God!
Jonathan! Is it you? Where have you been, my prodigal son?
I'm right here, Mother.
Okay, so she doesn't remember anything about Mary.
But this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now found.
Does she know? Does she know?
But where is your sister? Where is Mary?
Mary?
Oh.
She is gone, Mother.
I know she's gone. The question is, when will she return as you have? I miss my grandson so much. It's been days since their last visit.
Wait, does she know? Tell me about
Mother,
the funeral, Mom.
Do you know what's been going on in this area?
Not really. I don't go out much due to the epidemic, and when I do, I tend to get lost.
What do you mean you get lost? I hope you don't go outside alone.
Of course not. When I go out, your father always comes with me, but he leaves me there sometimes, and I have trouble finding the way back.
I think she has some trouble in her mind about Mary's funeral.
Have you returned to Whitechapel Cemetery since Mary's funeral?
I never want to go back to that awful place. Wait. I think I went back once. And you were there too. And Mary? No. That can't be true.
Oh,
just
Jesus.
A bad dream, Mother.
A nightmare, yes. Mary was so angry. I walked back home alone. If that kind policeman had not called Avery from the station, I don't know what would have happened.
Damn, Jesus. Personal questions. Do you need anything?
Do you need anything, Mother? Can I help you?
I just want you to stay with me, Jonathan. Your room is ready. I asked Avery to make your bed.
I'll stay as long as I can, I promise. Do you need anything else?
Just one thing. Stop staring at me like that. As much as I love you, it breaks my heart to look at those empty, dead eyes.
Are you working on a new
Are
painting?
you working on a new painting?
Not recently. I have trouble focusing on my subject and my mind quickly drifts. It's the same thing when I try to write poetry.
I recently met a talented painter with an excellent technique. I wish you two could meet. I'm sure you'd like her.
I'd be
She's right.
glad to meet her. What is her name? Is she famous? Is she dead too?
She knows too much.
And her name is of no importance. And yes, she is also dead.
Incredible.
The important thing is, I hope you two get along. If she ever fancies meeting your mother, I'd be glad to welcome her into my home.
Damn, so she knows that we're a vampire. I thought she didn't know. But she seems so chill about all of this. I'm just like weirded out a little bit.
Yeah.
Here, you say Mary visits?
Why do you say Mary is visiting you? You know that's impossible.
Why should it be? Are you not standing in front of me right now? Why should it be any different with your sister?
But she's not here. I don't want to say any of this. I'm not dead.
I'm not dead, Mother. I'm really here, talking to you, trying not to cry.
Oh, it breaks my heart to have to tell you this. But of course you're dead, my darling boy. Just look at you, as pale as my Mary.
But Mary's dead.
Mary really is dead, Mother.
Yes. And are you not dead too? Isn't your father dead? And my grandson and my son-in-law, you're all gone. But you all still visit me from time to time.
Damn. I guess that's it.
Goodbye, Mother. Try to rest.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
I'll be back soon. Anyway, so she's... What's her name again? She's Reed. Emelyne Reed. By the way, Charlotte has a headache, and this girl has a fatigue. He has migraine. Oh my god, there are still a lot of people in this section that I still haven't found a way to cure them. I could cure her, she has a cold. He has migraine? No, neuralgia. I still haven't found that recipe for neuralgia. Alright, Mom. It's nice to have this weird-ass conversation.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Aubrey Reed's first letter. Reed mentioned 4th April 1908. My dear and beloved John, when you receive this letter, 35 and I'll be long gone. I feel a little silly writing you this first letter that you won't read for a few years. I struggled for a long time about how the best to write you this until I remember the puzzle and riddles I invented for you when you were a boy. Oh, how you love to solve those enigmas. Well, I found it would be a good idea to propose to you one final game. It will probably be less rewarding. No candies or exotic treasures for you. It's to decipher the game. This time, okay. But a greater treasure, perhaps, the truth. This is my only attempt for you to explain why I chose to leave my family without an explanation. If you want to know why, simply play my little game. It's really up to you, my son. Rest assured that I love you. I promise that my family was and still is everything.
Bring me my glasses. I feel like you.
I'll be there in a moment. But where the hell am I? I remember the first time I held you and your sister in my arms, my treasures, my jewels. To see you grow up and play, laugh, filled my heart with joy every time I went back to our home. I could have killed to protect you, my son, my daughter, my wife, but fate found me in the end, and I had I had to make a decision. The worst had to disappear without a word. I decided to do it anyway, and I'll be gone for good. I don't ask for your forgiveness, but for understanding if you want to know more. Remember how happy we were back in those days. If you want to find the next message, think green grass and tall green winds on sunny days. From your affectionate father, Aubrey.
I remember Sunday walks in the park.
Oh, we got a new investigation. We'll do that later. Where is Mommy? She says she wants to read. I don't think that's necessary. What's this? Mom? Mom! Mom! Oh, that's the guy. Wait, no, that's Mom.
Hello again, Mother.
Jonathan.
About Father.
Father seems to have left me some documents. Some sort of treasure hunt game. Do you know anything about them?
No, Johnny. But your father always loved to write these little games for you when you were a boy. Don't you remember?
I remember his riddles.
I remember now. He used to post me these riddles, as though they were sent by a mysterious games master. I'd spend weeks trying to decipher them.
Your father was always so proud each time you found the answer. He was not just the serious doer banker everybody thought he was.
I was proud too. How could I forget that?
The important thing is that you remember it now. I'll tell your father the next time I see him. He'll be so happy.
Oh my god. Is this some sort of final game?
Father have conceived some sort of final game for me before he left.
I really can't say, Johnny. Perhaps you should talk with Avery about that. He was your father's confidant, more than I.
Well then, Mom. I guess that's it. Bye again, Mom.
Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please.
I get it. Let's go talk to Avery. I'm assuming Avery is... Where is he, though? Is there any door I can open from here? Yeah, this one I can open it. Excuse me, Mr. Avery? Hello?
Good evening, Avery.
Mr. Jonathan, I can't believe my own eyes. Oh, it's a miracle. We all thought you were... Oh, sir, your poor sister. What a tragedy.
I know, Avery. I know about my sister's murder.
Miss Reed expected you to return to assist with the funeral, right up until the last minute. Where have you been, Mr. Jonathan? We needed you here.
Yikes.
Let's start with this. No, wait, not yet. How is my mother?
How is my mother?
Not well, I'm afraid, sir. Miss Reed is very fragile since the police brought her back home.
The police? What happened?
Miss Reed was found walking in the streets. She kept saying she had spoken with her son and daughter. She's resting now.
Yikes.
Damn. Does she receive medical care?
Has she received appropriate medical care?
I'm taking care of Miss Reed myself. Hospitals are so overwhelmed by the epidemic that they can only accept patients infected by influenza.
Okay, Avery Court. Avery's the only one who's looking after Emily Reed right now. May she leave
Perhaps
London?
we could arrange a short trip. Somewhere sunny, like France. She has always been very fond of France. I think leaving London could do her good.
I'm afraid Miss Reed is too frail for the moment. Recently, she started going out at night without remembering it. I have to watch her carefully.
I see. About Mary's
I'm
funeral.
sorry I could not be here for Mary's funeral.
Your mother was strong, sir, but your support would have been appreciated. Apart from the priest and I, no one else attended your sister.
Well, I was there,
To be
but
present at the funeral with you both was my dearest wish, Avery. But I'm sorry, I simply could not attend.
I would not dare to question your absence, Mr. Jonathan. All I can say is that we missed you a great deal during these difficult days.
tell me about the
What is
neighborhood.
the situation in this part of town?
For a time, the West End seemed spared by the epidemic, but the situation is getting much worse.
Have you no relatives, Avery? I'll understand if you want to take a few days to see family.
Your father managed to guarantee my earnings as long as I take care of this house, sir. My sisters are dead, and I've never met my nephews. I'll stay, sir.
Alright. Alright then. Avery has been paid to take care of the Reed's family until his last breath. Yeah. What? Hold on. My father addressed me this letter.
I found an old letter written by my father and addressed to me. Do you know anything about it, Avery?
Your father wanted me to give you this letter for your 31st birthday, but you left for the war, and the letter remained in his office until tonight.
I realize now you knew my father better than I did. Do you know why he left, Avery? Did he ever speak to you about his departure?
No, sir. Mr. Reed was not exactly forthcoming. Perhaps this letter will give you the information you require.
Alright.
Tell me the truth, Avery. Do you feel forced to stay here? Would you leave this house without the arrangement made by my father?
No, sir. I have nowhere else to go. And I promised your father I'd take care of his family as long as I live.
This house is dead, Avery. There is a curse on this family. You really should consider leaving.
If only you could have been here sooner or more often. Maybe this house would not be that empty. But you're here now, sir. So my task is not over.
You served this family excellently.
You have served this family extremely well, Avery. Your support during these terrible times is much appreciated.
Then I will stay. All I ask is that you take care of my own funeral if I die before the end of the epidemic. No mass grave, please, sir.
Okay, you really think I neglected my mother?
You really think I don't take enough care of my mother, Avery?
Yes, I do, Mr. Jonathan.
You clearly have something more to say. Speak your mind, Avery.
I know you work hard to help the sick. But what will you do once the epidemic is over?
My home is here.
My home is here, and I have nowhere else to go. But this house will need some improvements if I move here. Some radical changes.
That's good news. Whatever changes you have in mind, I'm sure we will find an arrangement that suits your mother also.
Goodbye, Avery. Please watch over my mother until I return.
Of course, Mr. Jonathan. But please return as soon as possible.
Of course, Avery. So, let's get out. So, I think Jonathan's mother does remember what happened, but she was like at the same time hypnotized.
Why not?
But she clearly has lost her marbles at this rate. Alright, we're finally here at the district church. Is there... Do I have a medicine for fatigue for the girl? Let me see if I can...
Good evening, young man. Do you need my...
Oh, I don't have it.
I will see... Goodbye.
I am too. Anybody in here knew that I could, oh, there's a guy here. Let's talk to this man. Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir. May I ask you what you're doing here at this late hour?
I'm conducting an investigation about the epidemic in this part of town.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed from the Pembroke Hospital. May I ask who you are and why all the questions?
I'm Detective Inspector Charles Albright from Scotland Yard. And I don't find your answers convincing. What is a Pembroke doctor doing in the West End at this time of night?
Should I tell him that? Screw it.
I work for the Ascalon Club. Here is my permit to go freely about the city.
The Ascalon Club? You should have said so, sir. I must warn you, these streets are dangerous, and you'd better be careful.
Alright, your life in London. Tell me about the neighborhood.
Tell me about this district.
I'm the one asking questions, especially when there's a killer on the loose.
But I want to know about you. What about the epidemic?
What about the epidemic?
We both know the situation is critical, don't we, Doctor? colleagues of mine die almost every day.
What killer?
I'm not going to discuss that with the civilians, sir.
Haven't I told you about the investigation I'm conducting? Perhaps I could help you.
All right, without giving you too much information, I'll tell you this. I'm convinced there's a homicidal maniac on the loose, using the epidemic to disguise his kills.
Damn, what do you really do?
Really doing here?
I told you. I'm a detective inspector from Scotland Yard, investigating suspicious cases in the area.
Do you work
Do you
alone?
work alone?
Yes, the situation is difficult for the police. Many of us are sick, and since the summer strike, most men apply work to rule on their patrols.
About the situation in the East End.
About the situation in the East End. Why are there no police there to protect the civilians?
I know, it's a shame, but we just don't have enough men to cover the entire city.
I guess. What are you investigating at
Why are you
night?
investigating at night?
Criminals rarely act in daylight, you know. But since you are also a night worker, have you noticed anything strange which requires police attention?
I like to work for Joffrey. Do you know Fergal Banshat? I haven't noticed anything odd. I don't want to tell him too information.
I've noticed nothing.
All right. But keep your eyes open, though.
You're welcome. Okay. About your investigation.
Investigating. Exactly.
This T-cell has been found dead. My father, too. This case is a complete mess.
Oh, the woman I accidentally did.
What are you investigating?
Wait.
Exactly.
This T-cell...
Weird. Tell me about the homicidal maniac.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Yes, that's it.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector Albright.
Goodbye, Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm sure we'll talk again soon.
Nice to meet you, I guess. Which one is Aloysius Dawson's house? There's other men in here. Man, there's so many characters. Which one? Am I even in the right place about the in the map, my guy? The map. Alright, yeah, it's around. What? What's this other thing? Let's talk to the guys here, I guess. Are you guys twins?
I'm Dr. Reed. Can I be of assistance?
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Bacon. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
What are you doing here?
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Tell me about the
Can
neighborhood.
you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I don't know. I just got here.
Incredible.
I was born and raised in London, but I feel like a stranger here recently.
You didn't answer my question, sir. But I don't blame you. Perhaps it's better that way.
What do you do
And
for
what
a
do you
living?
do, sir? For a living, that
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. I wanted something this city can't provide.
What was your job
is. What
before
were
all
you
that?
doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Why do you want to leave London then?
More about why you want to leave London.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Who are you waiting
Who
for?
are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question since I don't know that person.
And why is
What?
that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man can help us leave the city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
Yikes.
I'll talk to your brother then. Hello, brother.
Good evening, sir. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker.
Agamemnon.
I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
What are you doing here?
Ask what you're doing outside at this hour.
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
Tell me about the neighborhood.
You tell me about this part of town.
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I just got here. What kind of question is
What kind
that?
of question is that? What am I supposed to answer exactly?
The truth. And I believe you just did it, actually.
Why you have
May I ask why
eso mismo.
you're so exasperated by this network?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
Tell me about your brother,
can you tell
who's
me
right there.
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to the city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Alright. Personal questions. What are you exactly waiting
Who
for?
are you waiting for exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this trap.
What kind of trap?
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Living in London will free you?
And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
Alright then. Bye, brother.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Baker.
Alright. So we really are characters. You know, we still got one more left, and this lady died. Oh man. But we still got one more person to meet. Anyways, how the hell do I enter the Aloysius Dawson mansion? Is this his mansion? No, that can't possibly be it. By the way, the music in this game, I'm just trying to figure out how do I get in, because I don't know how to get in. Blood. Yeah, but it's too bad he can't comment about it. What about here? What the hell? Alright, I guess we need to ask people about Mr. Aloysius or whatever the hell you pronounce it. Excuse me, detective.
Doctor?
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
Yikes. Tell me that.
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Damn.
Goodbye, Detective Inspector.
Goodbye,
Okay.
Doctor. Mr. Investigator. But they were not.
How many people do we need to ask? All of these people?
Good evening.
Aloysius
Can you
Dawson.
tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Okay. Not very useful, but thank you.
Hello again.
Aloysius
Can you tell
Dawson.
me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Whatever.
Bye for now, Mr. Baker.
What about the ladies in the shop?
Good evening.
Aloysius.
The famous Aloysius Dawson.
Yes, a very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Goodbye, Carol.
I need to be in front of her. Excuse me.
Good evening.
You know,
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash.
Yikes.
Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Okay. His twin brother died in an airplane crash. I'm so glad there are not two of him. Now we're done investigating the locals. I think we need to talk to actually everyone. Who else am I missing? From the characters. Yeah, I'm still missing these two. Clarence and Venus and this woman. There's still another character that I don't know where he is, but I'm sure we can find him. So let's go and talk to the people over there for a second. Me too. I don't know. Excuse me.
Good evening.
Whatever.
Do you know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
He used to be a big spender. One day, he sent 3 houseboys to buy all the beluga in my shop for his brother's birthday, if I remember correctly.
I see. Anything else? Less gastronomic, perhaps?
I really can't say. The man is filthy rich. But you know that, of course.
Goodbye, Mr.
Charlotte, hello. Mind if I talk to you?
Good evening.
And
Aloysius Dawson.
Aloysius Dawson.
that man is a tyrant. The embodiment of greed and selfishness. All I despise about this country.
Why should you?
I assume you were gonna say something like that. Hello, my friend. What's up?
Good evening. What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Well, I've discovered he's quite versed in occult knowledge. So I wrote him a letter asking him to finance my research about vampires. He never responded.
Well then.
Need
Let's see, we still got Venus. Venus doesn't, I think Venus lives around here somewhere, right? Venus's house. Which one was it? Oh, Karina.
I need to find information about Aloysius Dawson. What can you tell me about him?
Don't trust him. He's looking for the same thing I was. Rats? No, not rats. Something else. I don't remember.
I must go now.
Let's see. Wasn't... Then I guess this isn't where Venus lives. Let me see something for a second. I think it's this way. Wait, there's that other guy. Kimura. I'll ask him questions later on.
Dr. Reed. We must both breathing the cold.
I'll ask
Do you
questions.
know anything about a man called Aloysius Dawson by any chance?
I've never met the man personally, but I invested money in some of his companies when I came to London. A brilliant businessman.
By the way, tell me about the neighborhood.
How is the situation in the West End?
I've heard rumours about armed men patrolling and fighting infected citizens in these very streets. I was lucky they didn't shoot me when I was abducted.
What do you do for a living?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Kamala?
I was a landlord. A wealthy one. And not a very kind one, I realised recently.
Why this sudden epiphany? Is it because of your near-death experience?
I was already feeling nostalgic about Weymouth, my hometown. With recent events, I'm thinking about going back there.
Okay. Personal questions. Nostalgic for your hometown.
So nostalgic for your hometown, Tadao.
I was focused so much on making money, I almost forgot that my relatives and friends are threatened by this epidemic.
What about your family?
From your family?
I was not only a bad landlord, I was also a bad husband. I've not seen my wife and son for years. Busy.
At least now you're ready to go back and see them. But don't be surprised if your son bears a grudge, sir.
You make it sound like you suffered from an absent father yourself, Dr. Reed. Well, I'll keep your warning in mind.
Have you no friends at all?
Friends at all?
Over the years, I'm afraid my greed turned me into my friend's adversary, while I became friends with my professional rivals.
Those you grew up with didn't share your views on money and success.
Would you believe I was once a member of poetry circles and an astronomy club? We were young, such joyful dreamers then. But I stopped laughing long ago.
Damn. Tell me about your adoption.
If you really want to know, I was locked in that building for 3 or 4 days. My jailer was insane, mumbling about sacrifice and voices.
Why not sacrifice you on the spot?
Why didn't he sacrifice you?
That was the weirdest part. He claimed to spill blood was not enough. It had to be done when some stars were aligned.
Which stars?
That's the whole point. He wanted me to talk to him about some Red Queen configuration or constellation. I've never heard of such an astronomical term.
What did he say about your voices? The voices, sorry.
Constantly whined about the voice of his master, ordering him to do terrible things. He wanted to silence the voice by offering blood. My blood.
Yikes.
Will you really change?
Change. And is it what you really want? If so, it must come from within, not without.
I've seen what an altruistic gesture can do. Nothing forced you to save me, Dr. Reed, but you did. I will follow your example in these matters from now on.
I'm no good. There's no need to thank me.
There's no need to thank me. Rescuing a London citizen should not be out of the ordinary. Though I'm afraid it may appear so in these difficult times.
You did not only rescue me, you fought for me. You put your life in danger to save me. That's quite extraordinary.
How will you cope if you're attacked again?
I don't know. I've heard about these men and women who patrol the West End every night, chasing criminals like my abductor. Maybe I should join them.
If you want. Astronomy interested in your abductor.
Why was your abductor so interested in your passion for astronomy?
I don't know. We met a few times at the Royal Greenwich Observatory. He seemed to share my hobby. Then he invited me to his house and locked me in.
Astronomy is fascinating.
Yes. Astronomy is a fascinating subject. When I was a child, my mother bought a small telescope for my sister and I. We We spent many a pleasant evening stargazing.
Stars are not just dots in the sky, Doctor. They are the key to our understanding of the cosmos. They remind us how insignificant we are.
You're right. But children love magic and stories. I remember our mother told us constellations have the power to protect us.
Protection by the light of the stars. That's sweet. Do you remember the name of these constellations?
I guess my constellation?
Draco. My favorite constellation.
Memory's a strange thing. I can recite without hesitation the names of the 88 constellations, yet I barely remember my own childhood.
What's it, a ruse to get too close to you?
Did he fake his interest in astronomy to get close to you?
No. In his madness, he spoke about a blood sacrifice to be made to his master when the stars aligned to a specific configuration.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Take care.
Venus. Venus does live in this house, eh?
Hello.
It's a quick message.
Still survived the Great War.
Venus.
Need for me, Jonathan.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I never met the man. I know Clarence tried to contact him recently, but I don't know why.
Okay then.
Goodbye for now.
Thanks for nothing, I guess. Talk to Avery first then. Avery! Where are you? Are you still in here, Avery? Yeah. Hey Avery, I got a question for you.
Yes, Mr. John?
Aloysius
Tell
Dawson.
me about Aloysius Dawson.
Not much, sir. Mr. Dawson's house used to be a good house, with many servants. I heard he fired them all recently.
Yikes.
Damn.
Bye.
Of course.
Mom! Get out of the room. I need to talk to you. Mom! Mommy! Mama! Ah! Did you do? Let's just wait until she sits up.
Yes, Jonathan.
Oh my goodness.
Jonathan.
Oh, I cannot ask her about the Aloysius Dawson thing. I thought we could. Do you feel lonely here?
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, Thames. And then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I was attacked.
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Damn. Personal questions. Do you really think I neglected you?
Avery is right. Do you think I should take better care of you?
I don't blame you, but you abandoned me, son. A mother should not survive her children. It's unbearable to know you're not here anymore.
I'll protect you.
I know I have failed you since I returned. I even watched you bury Mary from a distance. From now on, I will protect you. You have my word.
You don't have to apologize to me, Johnny. Do you think I did not notice how much you have changed?
Have I changed that much, Mother? Am I still your son?
You are still, and you'll always be. Despite your pale skin, your bloody eyes, and that echoing sadness in your voice.
Damn.
Goodbye.
Alright, Mom.
Try to rest now.
Goodbye, son. Please come back soon.
I I just did. Don't worry. I'll rest here for...
Classes. I feel like reading.
Man, I wish they would give me that simple mission. Ring your mom's... Oh yeah, I want to get out in the front this time. Didn't even think about that.
She sometimes sneaks up on
It's okay. Can I just find a way out in the front or in the back or in la izquierda, la derecha? Oh boy. Is this the front door?
Yeah.
Okay. I think I pretty much asked everyone except the man that or man or woman that I have not discovered. This one is dead for sure. There's still one more. What is this place? Now that I'm curious and just got in. What the? Oh dear. I hope I did not act. What the hell is this place? Are you the last person? I think you are. Oops, I took your paper. Hello.
Jonathan Reed. Last we meet. Cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know?
Is he one of those?
Our mutual friend, Doctor Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Tall.
Oh, you're Usher, but you're not the musician.
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me the truth.
The cards told you to expect.
Yes, they can tell me everything. They told me that you have not taken another life since your poor sister died.
Damn. Usher Tal 3. Usher seems to know that many Londoners have been recently murdered. Okay. I guess your life in London. Tell me about the neighborhood.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
The cards tell you about Mary?
The cards speak of my Mary.
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune then.
Read my fortune.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Alright. You read cards for me?
Read the cards for me.
Are you sure you want to know what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here you go.
Is the money.
Love. Pure and unseen. Untold. The two hearts love each other without knowing it. Without daring to admit it.
Aww. Oh, it's not about us. Christina. Christina could not find any decent job because Christina and Clayton Darby are fond of each other. She likes Clayton Darby. We can talk about that later. That's so cool! What do you have for you?
What do you do here, besides turning cards in the middle of the night?
I'm for most a charlatan. For a few, I'm a vampire. And for you, I'm the primate of St. Paul's Stole.
Some believe you to be a vampire?
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
Guard of Prewen, who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
Okay, how long have you been a primate?
Have you been a primate?
It was 15 years last year.
What do you make of Dr. Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time. Sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
Could you reach... I want another...
cards for me.
But the money...
Here.
Redemption. A strong man, eager to help and support the weak. A criminal who redeemed himself. A better life. Rebuilt from scratch.
Tom Watts. Thank you for those hints.
Until we meet again.
I rarely wander. Yet it amuses me to converse with your kind.
Now, I think we finished talking with everybody. I don't know if around here is the... Okay, so let me take a look at the map again. The character got stuck in... Yes, this is the mansion. Let's get in. Finally, Jesus Christ, I thought I would never find his mansion.
Dawson's mansion. Here I am, at last.
My heart is
But the
beating.
question remains, am I ready to make a dying man?
I don't know. My heart is beating so much because now I gotta make a difficult decision with him. I don't want to turn him into one of us. Can I just like make up my mind on something else? Hello? Sir?
You're here, Dr. Reed. What took you so long?
Sorry.
Past several of your barricades and outposts to access your mansions.
Death, pestilence surround us, and time is against me.
I see you've gathered some of the most expensive, albeit experimental, blood transfusion equipment available. All this could be so useful in a hospital.
Yes. Since Lord Redgrave sent me a doctor to perform my conversion, I thought you might find some of these devices useful.
Most thoughtful. But tonight I'm not here as a physician.
But I feel reassured that a specialist such as yourself would help me to escape the Reaper.
Very well. But before I proceed, I have a few questions.
Before your death.
If you must, but be quick, for I don't have much time left in this life.
Yeah, I don't care.
I need to be sure that you know exactly what is going to happen to you, sir.
I can assure you I'm as informed as any man can be. I have planned for this moment, Dr. Reed. Planned very carefully.
I'm the only vampire here.
I'm the only vampire in the room for now. So please indulge me.
All right. What is it you wish to ask?
About becoming my
I
progeny.
will become your maker. Do you understand what that means?
Well, I certainly won't consider you my liege or some such drivel. You can be assured of that.
About feeding on blood.
You need to feed on warm blood. Blood from mortals. How do you feel about that?
I'm rich, Dr. Reed, and powerful. I'm sure I'll be able to acquire all the blood I need without ever having to sully my own hands.
About the Guard of Privet?
What do you know about the Guard of Privet?
What I do know is that I'll crush anyone or anything that would dare to oppose me.
Incredible.
Do I really want to do
Move
this?
on then.
Please, I'm cold and tired. I feel my life waning with every moment.
But first, before you embrace immortality, what would you do with such a gift?
That's a rather impertinent question, Dr. Reed, and I will do as I please.
Answer me all the same.
What will your first action be as an immortal?
To save London. I will finance the most efficient quarantine ever seen. I will build a wall that will separate the sick boroughs from the healthy ones.
Boy, if you don't give you that right, the right to decide.
Who gave you the right to decide the fate of thousands of people?
My money and my pending immortality gives me the needed authority, Doctor.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably kill this sucker. I'm not gonna turn someone so evil. How about the quarantine wall across the road?
You really plan to build a quarantine wall across London?
Yes, it will be tall and strong, separating the wheat from the chaff.
You'll create two separate prisons.
By doing so, you will also create two separate prisons.
Come, sir. An eminent doctor like yourself knows that such radical measures have proved efficient in the past.
Isolate the rich from the poor?
Let me guess. You mean to isolate the rich from the poor?
This is a desperate measure for desperate times. England must prevail, Doctor, no matter the cost.
Boy, if you don't... Walls to contain the epidemic.
It's not a bad idea, medically speaking. But I'm convinced this epidemic will not be contained by mere walls.
That is so true.
People are on the right side of the wall. That's all that matters.
Well, you can go put that commentary on your app. Infection could propagate.
You can't guarantee infection will not spread. Just one contagious carrier would be enough to create an apocalypse.
The apocalypse is already knocking at the gate. We must be strong now.
Create a giant trap.
What if a new outbreak happens inside your walls? You'll have created a giant trap.
That won't happen. As long as we dispose of anyone that is contaminated as soon as they are spotted.
I heard enough.
I've heard enough. It's time to proceed.
Decision time!
All right, do what you have to do. If it hurts, so be it. I've been preparing such a long time for this.
Yikes.
I needed a hint for this guy. Turn, you sacrifice 2,000 points in the process. I'll make you a vampire. And I couldn't get the other hint. Oh. This is like the most hardest decision I have ever had to take in my entire... Oh, I don't know. I don't know what to decide, guys. I don't know. I couldn't unlock the other hint. I only have these two choices. How would I... I'm killing him. I'm so sorry.
You don't deserve immortality, Mr. Dawson.
What? What are you prattling on about?
I don't believe I've ever met a man so bereft of empathy.
It's my first official kill then.
No! Wait! You can't! I made a deal with Lord Redgrave. I'll finance whatever he wants. Please, just ask him.
Sleep now. Rest now. Forever.
God damn it.
I would have lived forever. Who are you to decide my fate?
I wanted to decide... Jesus fucking Christ. Mercenaries level. No citizen available to kill. Prepare to die. The social circle. Aloysius Charles Ebenezer Dawson, 71 years old, male, an intricate mind in a disowned body. Aloysius had an elder twin brother who helped him grow the company Dawson & Dawson, the most renowned and profitable firm in the ever-expanding Dawson Empire. The brothers were inseparable and stubbornly complementary. Aloysius was calculating and diplomatic, while his twin was a risk-taker and knew how to torment people until they submitted. It was his love of danger that was his downfall, as the older twin died in a horrendous plane crash that stunned London society. Following the accident, Aloysius shut himself from the world, then cultivated his fear and fascination of all things supernatural, which became so severe. He planned to build an actual wall around his neighborhood. He joined all possible occult circles and societies. He was even active around his neighborhood. He was even active member of the famous Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn until 1910, and was a personal acquaintance of Aleister Crowley. As he grew older, he focused his resources on the investigation and method that might prolong his life. Vanguard science and the dark arts harrowing of the Decotians. Experiments drugs cover his mirrors, and tales of the men who burn in direct sunlight. The Ascalon Club would select him as their new vampire recruit, and Aloysius knew full well what membership would entitle him to the end of his life or to allow some form of continuation. My choice was not easy, or was it? It was not easy, but oh my god. This just was some pretty consequences. I just didn't want him to be he was gonna put the world in danger by building this wall. I didn't want him to do that. I got a treatment for neurosis. He came here. Well,
Dr. Reed. Is Aloysius Dawson reborn as expected?
Alas, Aloysius Dawson was not brought back to life after his death. The man is gone.
What? What happened?
That's... Mother... He did not survive the procedure.
He didn't survive the procedure. He was too weak.
This is unacceptable, nevertheless. You were given the simplest task.
Well, what the...
Get rid of me, then.
From now on, you're an outcast. Banished. You are forbidden to ever appear in front of us again. Ascalon will smite you on sight, and your heart will be thrown to the rats.
I'll leave you, then. Have fun with your puppets and shadow plays.
Yes, go, traitor, and take that awful creature, that counterfeit of a woman I saw waiting for you, and be gone!
And now we're in chapter 5, and by the sword you die. Sorry, Aloysius, Lord Redgrave.
Traitor, return to your dubious friends and your decrepit hospital. Do not dare show yourself again.
Well then. Now, who's the Old Bridget?
We meet again at the strangest of times, young Michael. So do you serve the Earl of Bristol now?
Old Bridget? What are you...
You could be in danger, be careful.
Friend, the wise Icon. She sent me to warn you.
Ashbury? No one saw you?
Did anyone see you? It's a long way from the dock sewers, and hunters are patrolling the streets here.
Who said I took the streets? How do you think I survived for centuries in this city without ever being seen? I know all her secrets.
How did you meet her?
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
She came to us in the sewers in search of answers. Just as you did.
What kind of answers?
What kind of answers did you give her?
I knew nothing of your maker, but we talked. We talked a lot. Her words and ideas are captivating. It is no surprise that you like her. I like her too.
Lady Ashbury in the sewers?
Lady Ashbury in the sewers? Well, that's a sight I shall see.
She said she was your friend, and that she sought the identity of your maker. So I answered her questions.
Okay then, tell me what's going on.
Ashbury. You know her? Tell me what's going on.
The lady approached me but a few nights ago, wanting to meet the sewer skulls. Once she questioned Harriet Jones. She agreed to help us.
Harriet Jones is still with you then? How is she doing?
Harriet remains angry, but is recovering slowly. Her mind is twisted, but at least her body is healing.
Tell me what is going on.
The lady asked us to keep an eye on your mortal doctor friend while you were away. We spotted the hunters. They were discussing plans to attack tonight.
Oh my god. I have a question first though.
Slow down. I I need to ask you something.
I'm listening, but I do not have time to waste. So be quick.
I'm trying. Oh my god. Lord Redgrave.
Why do I feel like Lord Redgrave was particularly irritated to see you? Far more so than the average scout, if I may say.
Because I used to know him quite well. And he is afraid I may remember who he really is.
You're Elizabeth's informant. You're the one who told her about Lord Redgrave's lies regarding his lineage.
Yes, but my words were not meant to hurt or threaten. I simply told the story of the sewer skulls and of so many other forgotten children.
Where is Lady Ashbury?
Where is Lady Ashbury right now?
She said she will go home. She needed to speak with some old friends first, though. Do not worry, young Ekon. She is no fool, and just as strong as you.
That makes me feel better. How did Elizabeth find you?
How did Elizabeth find you?
She presented herself humbly at our gate and asked if we knew of any ancestral vampires hiding in London. She asked about Ascalon. She asked about many things.
What do you think of her?
What do you think of her?
Her soul is good, yet tainted with a deep sadness and the scars of ancient wounds. Time does that to us immortals, for we have so much to dwell upon.
Why did she come to you?
Why did she come to you?
I am Old Bridget, the buried memory of the city. She sought the silent truths I have kept hidden for so long.
Okay, hold on a second. No time to lose then.
No time to lose then. I must go there right away.
I shall return to my den. Have you a message for the lady? Should I see her before you?
Tell her that I love her.
Yes. Tell her I love her.
Is this still unknown to her? Go now and take care, young Ekon, for the flames are rising.
Okay. Alright. We need to go to the Pembroke Hospital, I guess. Depending on the situation, it might...
What have they done to Edgar?
Where is he? Edgar? Follow the blood trail. Oh, quick. Wait, no, hold on. Let me upgrade, because I really need to upgrade. Let's rest for a second, then we'll get Doctor Swansea. Yeah, I know. Murder of Aloysius Dawson, the death of Aloysius Dawson, head of the Dawson Empire. Last night around at 4 a.m., one of his manor's chambermaids found him at his bed this morning, bathed into his own blood. She immediately reported the incident to the police. A number of Mr. Dawson's household staff are currently being interviewed, but a culprit has yet to be identified. Born in the city, Mr. Dawson had been benevolent, a patron of London, and faithful member of the Catholic Church for many years. He wore many hats, tradesman's employer, father, and brother. The lucky few who knew personally, myself included, knew that he was much more. He was a man of vision. He saw the glistening future for a crime-ridden capital. He saw the ways through which our families and friends could be protected from dangers outside. He saw how himself, as a man, wealth and influence could use his fortune to benefit of the people. Mr. Dawson had planned to turn the city into a fortress where the virtuous could live in peace. Sadly, this idea attracted the jealousy of others, and they did not let him live long enough to enjoy the fruit of his dedication. Mr. Dawson leaves a daughter, and many admirers to mourn his loss. Well, I'm sorry. I don't give a crap about it. It's okay. A bunch of sick people. Need to heal them up in a moment. Stable. Question. Once a town is completely sanitized, that means that they don't... Okay, let's go and save Dr. Swansea. My question is that once the town is sanitized, that means that they don't need to... I guess. Okay, let's follow the blood trail. Follow the blood, I say, and follow the blood, I shall. What the hell? No, the blood. This blood? Yeah, let me see. Give me an up.
I better follow the blood.
Where's the blood? And leading. Oh, it's so confusing. Plus with the. Oh, and up there, what's going on? Hello? This is a new part of the hospital I never thought I'd be at. What the hell? Wait, I don't want to go in there. Something's not right. McCullum, are you gonna surprise attack me? Hello? I think it's McCullum. Hello? Yeah, McCullum is surprise attacking me.
Ultraviolet curtains and orichalcum powder. Doctor Swansea's always been a resourceful bastard.
Oh, don't tell me Swansea betrayed me.
Installed in case of a vampire attack. Says a lot about how much he trusts you.
What have you done with Edgar?
Don't worry. We don't kill humans. Even if your friend is deserving of a little punishment.
What are you talking about?
We know everything. Swansea and you created this bloody epidemic. You aim to unleash another disaster just like William Marshall did.
No, I'm trying to put an end to it. Just like you are.
You're the progeny, aren't you? Where is the monster hiding? It's still in England, isn't it?
I have no idea what you're talking about. Jeffrey, please listen to me.
No tricks. Won't work on me. We found proof in the theater.
What proof?
Was your first experiment. Now where is Marshall? Speak. So much for modern technology. Time for the tried and true. Do you know what this is, Beast? This is a drop of King Arthur's blood. The blood of a true defender of Britain. Stronger than your evil powers.
Oh boy, we're gonna fight this ass.
This is ridiculous. We're losing precious time.
True enough. Soon I'll bring your head before your coward of a father. So if you're so innocent, what is simple?
Oh my goodness, he takes a lot of life out. Is he? Oh, he's using his tricks. Yeah, he's really strong. How am I gonna do this one? Damn it, I was so close. Give me a moment, guys. I really need to focus on this one. Finally!
We are the guardian of justice. Priwen shall prevail.
You can't accept the fact we're not enemies, can you?
We always have been, and we always will be. Of all the evils that threaten mankind, your kind are the worst.
We could collaborate, you idiot.
I'm not saying we could be friends, you and I. But perhaps we could collaborate to put an end to this epidemic.
Never! We are Priwen. We do not negotiate. We do not compromise.
Alright, that's on you.
You'll ever let me, McCullum. You'll always have me down, won't you?
There is no escape, Leech. Okay, now, but there is no way can sway me to your ideals.
McCullum?
That's where your mistake.
Spare, I'll spare your turn. Sacrifice one. Oh, hell no, I'm turning him into a vampire. McCullum, you're gonna have to learn the lesson the hard way after all that boss fight.
Yeah. I'll make you a vampire. I'll make you one of us.
No! Gary!
You're about to be hunted, just like me.
No! No!
When I kissed you, I had no ill, but now I do. Consider this my kiss of Judas.
Oh my god! Oh my god, it's so gross!
Oh wow.
Oh my god, it's so gross!
Disgusting.
We don't know for sure if he will turn, but he's gotta learn his lesson. Oh my god! That was so crazy! Well, we're back at the Pembroke Hospital. Chapter 5, Science Without Conscience. Oh yeah, what happened to Doctor Swansea? I don't know, we'll find out about that too in the next episode, because I am truly exhausted. It's been 2.5 hours, I think, since I started filming this. So, yeah. Oh my lord. I got 2,000 juicy points. Can I get anything new? Like, I'll cure those patients a little bit later outside the channel. Okay. Let's upgrade myself. What can I do? Can I upgrade now the 4th level? Not yet, right? No. Coagulation. Let's see. One of them, yes. Coagulation, 5-second control. Your control on your target's blood is now stronger, and the time you control it is increased. The target's blood now will burst out of their body, flowing towards your mouth to feed you without touching your prey. That's one. I'm getting it. And we're on level 26. Great. Well then, this was just too damn crazy. But as much as I would like to continue this episode, I am definitely going to end it here. Please, I'm begging you, please leave a like on this, because I spent like 1.5 hours fighting McCullum. 1.5 hours. Do you guys have any idea how that is? It's hell. Please, I would appreciate it. Anyways, I love you all. I appreciate you. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, come subscribe. Come join this crazy family. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Oh my god.